Hello and welcome back to another character creation video. My name's Lumin and today we're having a look at Palworld. Fight, farm, build and work alongside mysterious creatures called Pals in this completely new multiplayer open world survival and crafting game. In this game you can peacefully live alongside Pals or risk your life to drive off a ruthless poaching syndicate. Pals can be used to fight or they can be made to work on farms or in factories. You can even sell or eat them. So yeah, this game seems to have it all. Survival elements, mounts and exploration, building, production, farming, factories and automation, dungeon exploration, breeding and genetics, poaching and crime, and it can all be done with other people. It sounds fantastic. It's a perfect sales pitch. The other sales pitch you might have heard is Pokemon with guns. I have been waiting for this game since I saw that very first trailer. I'm super keen to be jumping in here. If you'd like to do a deep dive to discover all there is to discover about Palworld, you can find some links below, and as always there will be timestamps. Use them. Find what you're looking for, and leave satisfied. For this video, we're going to jump in, we're going to look at the presets first, male and female presets. Then we will jump in and customize a female character from start to finish, looking at all the options available. Then we'll customize a male character, and then at the end we will randomize. The randomize is thumbs up. That's all I'm going to say. Hey, check the randomize out. It's unhinged. They just do whatever. I heartily recommend it. I'm even cool if you skip to it and you just look at randomize because it gives you a good look at everything that's available. So, with that said, let's look at the presets. Starting right here. They have 6 female and 6 male. This is your default character. I have seen so many people playing with this character thus far. I don't know why. People seem to just pick the first one and then they jump in. And apparently this reddy orange hair seems to have been really impactful because everyone seems to have that color hair as well. I don't know. The presets here are all right. I do have a couple of criticisms for the presets. One being that I don't like the fact that they didn't really do anything with the bodies. So as an example, you can see every time I switch here, they leave the body on default. And they have body options. There are body options. There aren't that many, but there are body options that they can change. They can make the character bigger or smaller, and it's like, why not use them? Also, I mean, the variety, while it is decent, they have a few that are sort of similar. They have a ton of cool hairstyles, but then they have the same hairstyle twice here. It's something that they can easily address. Presets are nice though. Those are the female ones. Let's look at the male ones over here. Same thing once again, that they're using the same body for all of them. I do feel like they could make it a little more interesting if they switch the bodies up a little bit. They might, however, just not be that confident with the body options. You'll see why in a moment when we jump in there. There is, though, like, you can already immediately tell when you're looking at the presets, they do cover a lot of bases with the presets that they have. They've got younger looking characters, they've got older looking characters, they've got what you could consider traditionally more beautiful characters, some slightly exotic characters. It's nice. It's nice. And then you can immediately see when you're looking at this that there is vibrance and life here. They've got really nice colors and they're not afraid to use them. And I dig that. That's what you should go for when you have an art style like this. And on the topic of the art style, as we jump into the body stuff here on the female character, I just want to say I like it a lot. I think that, again, with all the color that they have here, with the vibrance, and with this cartoony style, they seem to have nailed it because everything is neat and tidy. And you'll see when we zoom in all the way to the face, it's fantastic. It's really, really, really cool. Oftentimes, you see things get a little messy when people try to go for a simplistic style, but that's not the case here. So yeah, body type, you get to pick between the male and female body types here, but you can see that the head does not change at all. So you can sort of do what you want and then at the end come back to the body options and switch it around and see what you want with it. Skin color, they have full RGB colors. They have a bunch of nice preset colors over here, and I'm actually a really big fan of the darker shades that they have. They look really good. It's always hit or miss when people like set up these preset colors, because oftentimes they make the darker colors look unnatural. These are beautiful. These are perfect. I'm a big fan. But then when you go a little further, you will see that you can sort of let loose a little bit and get a little crazy, and that is obviously amplified greatly when you jump in here. So you got color, saturation, and brightness. Brightness obviously means you can just pull it down and have a pitch black character, and that's great. You can also do the same for white. That's the lightest you can go, and that's cool. But then, if you pull the saturation up to max, you can actually just pick any old color under the rainbow for your character. And you know what? I am honestly a little surprised by how decent it looks when you pick these characters. I mean, just take this as an example. Take this as an example. It doesn't look unnatural, it doesn't look out of place, and I'm not sure, because I don't know all the technical details, but there must be something that they did with the model, with the limitations set on it, maybe with the shading that they used, something that makes this all work. And I like it, yeah. I'm giving this game a lot of thumbs up, and I'm only just starting on the customization. It's kind of cool. Like, all of it just looks alright. You know, you'd expect if you make your character bright pink, and I mean, I would say probably the pink is the least impressive looking color. But generally, you'd think if you make it bright pink, it would just look gaudy. Like, it would look too much. But no, it's all right. It's actually all right. And I could see myself making one of these colors as a character. So yeah, full RGB, you can do whatever you want with it. For the purposes of this video, we'll just leave it on the default color. And then, physique settings. Here's the interesting stuff. You got torso, you got arm, you got leg. I'm gonna say straight up here, 100% they need more options. They do need to put more options here, but they've got these, and that's cool. I'm a fan. I like that they give you something. So I'll show you what you can do with these. With torso, you can sort of make your character super skinny, and then when you pull it this way, we get to arc levels of barrel chested. It looks kind of bad. It's like, it looks kind of bad. However, I still believe that they could have used this, at least to some extent, on the presets. I get the feeling, however, that they are not that confident with these yet. Now, when you pull it down to the smallest, this is fine. This is alright. And you can really make this work. You can make your character look slightly younger with this, just thinner if you feel like you want it to look thinner. And it's the same with the arms and the legs. Like, when you pull it down, yeah, she looks a little anorexic, yes. But if you take it like halfway, you pull the chest halfway, and then you do the same with the legs, that can make sense. That could just be a really young, I don't know, sort of slight frame. When you pull it to the max, however, God, it's like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah, it's a little much. Yeah, it's a little ridiculous. And I mean, that's again probably why they didn't front load those things, the settings and the options that you have in the presets. So I know that some people frown on stuff like this. I think just let people have fun. Like, just let the players do whatever the hell they want. Let them have fun. This is letting them have fun. This is perfect. It would be nice to see maybe like 3 or 4 more sliders. One for maybe the breast size, because you know that sells copies. One for maybe the muscularity of the body. And then, I don't know, maybe one for the hands or the feet or something like that. Overall, though, this is fine. This is fine. And if you use this in a slightly more reserved fashion, I feel like you'll sort of come away with what you're looking for. That's my opinion on this. I like it. I think it's good having more options instead of less. So that's it for the body. The face, this is really cool. When you zoom all the way in, just look how good it looks. You can't really move the model around all that much here. You can rotate and move it up and down. But like overall, the entirety of the body is just crisp and clear, and it looks fantastic. They've done an awesome job with this. You know, I've looked at a lot of games with similar styles to this before, and as I mentioned earlier in the video, it seems like a common thing that they go for this simplistic style, but then somehow, somewhere along the way, they lose that something that makes the character look human. I mean, yeah, I'm saying this now about a game where you have like, you know, blue skin, red skin, pink skin, purple skin, but I'm not sure what it is. Something maybe with, again, the shading or the clarity that they went for. It just looks kind of good. Yeah. And no, I'm not being paid to say this, dudes. I just really enjoy looking at character creation systems, and man, you know, when you see someone go for a style and really go for it, and then on top of that refine it and make something sort of special with it, it's cool to see, because that pushes the bar up for everyone else out there. That puts pressure on all the other people making similar styles of characters, because they gotta do it too. You know, they gotta push the envelope a little bit and make theirs look good too. Otherwise, why would people be interested? Anyway, Male and female faces all together here. You can see it's separate from the body. I like it. There's a lot of personality in some of these faces. We're going to sort of talk a little bit more about it when we're on the male side. The personality on the male ones. The female faces, they're cutesy, they're anime. They are numerous enough, I feel. I will say that even though there are one or two here that you could use as like a bigger female face, it would be nice if we could have a little bit of control over the face. Just maybe the size, you know, maybe like we could have, I don't know, a slider or two to just control a couple of things on the face. I don't need full customization. They could alternatively also just add a bunch more faces. That's fine as well. Then we get to change the eyes. I always like to talk about eyes. This will be no exception. I'm going to talk about these eyes. I like that they went for some cartoony and anime styles, like this one, for instance, is really nice. It's out of the ordinary. It's not something you always see. Then they did add the more interesting looking eyes with the little icons or patterns in them. They look cool. They got the like snake eyes and the cat eyes and stuff. Then they have this glowy one over here. And you can do the eye color. I'll show you how it works right now. But I will also, while I'm doing this, going through them once more, I will tell you that I like the way they've done the color here. I always talk about it. I always say you should check. You should put a nice bright color on it. And then you should zoom out and see if you can actually see that color. So they're preset colors. They are decent. I'm not going to say they're grounded in reality because it's not really grounded in reality. But you can do something more realistic looking. And that's nice. But then if you want to sort of let loose once again, you have full RGB. You can sort of just pick any old color you want. And if I pick any old color I want, let's go for like this blue. That's beautiful. I really like it. The detail in there once again is just phenomenal. It's awesome. Awesome. But when you zoom out again, they look great. They're there. Look at that. Look at that color. It's awesome. Yeah. Give me more of that. Give me more of that. You don't have separate controls, which I suppose could be a little disappointing. It would be nice if we had two color options for the eyes. You know, one for, as an example, the little heart, or one for the little icon in the middle, or in this case, like, you know, one for the color of the swirl, whatever, you get the idea. That would be cool, but overall I do think that this is sufficient, and it looks nice. Yeah. One interesting point that I noticed was this one can only be white, or it can be black. So if you come over here and you pull this down to black, it works. But you can't have a color on it. So like, it doesn't matter what else you do here, you can't put a color on it. It can just be white or black. So that's an interesting little fact that you may not have realized. There you go. I like the eyes though. I am thoroughly impressed by what they've done with them. Once again, very anime, very cartoony, and very clear. So yeah. Then we have eyebrow color. They have the same set of colors here as the hair colors. So you can easily mix and match them, or you can easily sort of just, you know, once again, go for whatever it is you want. Like, I personally think it's sometimes alright making the eyebrows black with the hair being whatever other color it is. That does work. But yeah, you get to do it independently from the hair, and that's cool. Yeah, nice. Speaking of hair, let's jump in. Let's have a look what's available. I love hair. Yes, wow. Yeah. Didn't think you'd ever hear a 38-year-old male saying that, huh? I do. It's always, not always, it's more often than not the most impactful choice you can make, and the most impactful change you can sort of throw on here. Like the hair, it's so important because it's the thing that you can see from the furthest away. It's the thing that sort of defines your character's look and style. And man, they have some really nice hairstyles here. I will be critical about this, and I will tell you what I feel it is lacking, because I think that's important, and I really hope that the devs or someone from Pocket Pair watches this, because it'll be good for them to hear what people think about this stuff. I personally believe there should be some longer styles. The longest you can get is probably this one. I personally think it would be nice if there was some way longer styles. And then I will say, because you're sharing these between male and female, even though these hairstyles are fantastic and I really like them, I do believe that they could throw in a couple more short styles. You know, the default ones, the straightforward, like gelled up at the front or cowlick at the front short styles. Because like this is the only short style you have. Then there are others like this or like this. So I do believe they could add a few short styles that are, I mean, you could consider this a short style too. a few more short styles that males could use and or enjoy. That would be nice. But overall, I really like the hair system. The colors translate very nicely. The clarity of, you could say, like the strands and the hair itself is quite nicely done. You can see that they have different styles. And they use different styles of textures on the different styles that they have. There's sort of a little bit of physics on some of them not. And it's nicely done. There's a little bit more clarity on some of the styles as well, with sort of, I want to say, higher resolution textures. But it all looks pretty good. Colors, full RGB once again, with a few decent presets. I like it a lot. I think it's incredibly well done once again. Let's pull this up, pull that up. When you make it super duper bright, I do believe that sometimes it looks a little much. But, I mean, again, it's not going to look out of place. This is a game with creatures that look like Pokemon. Someone with pink hair or yellow hair or red hair or violet hair or blue hair is not going to stand out in this world. You know, it's par for the course, right? So, yeah, big fan of the hair. They did good on this. They did good. I like how it feels. There you go. That's it. Next up, we have the voice. Let's listen to the voice quickly.
Yeah! Ha! Woo! 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 Ha! Woo! Ha! Yeah! Ha! Ha! Huh? Woo! Woo! Yeah! Ha! Ha! Huh?
Yeah. Huh?
Woo!
Huh?
Woo!
Huh? Huh?
Woo!
Huh? Yeah. Huh? 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 Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah!
Woo! Woo!
So there you go. That's basically 3 female voices and 3 male voices. You might think, like, you know, based on the slider, that they just pull in the pitch up when you do it, or down when you do it. That's not really the case. This does seem to be like 6 distinct voices. They're good. Yeah, they're really good. And with that done, we are going to jump onto the male customization. That's your female character right there. Very cool. Very fun. Now for male, let's start on this guy. I feel like he's the default Palworld guy, just like she's the default Palworld girl. Male customization. We've looked at the presets already. So body options. Once again, you can do male or female on this. Skin colors. Here we go. The preset colors, pretty cool. I like what they've done here. I mentioned on the female side that I really like how the dark colors look. The tones that they went for here were pretty good. They were spot on. I thought it looked pretty natural. And what's also looking kind of natural is this. And I love it. I really love it. You have full RGB for basically all the color choices here. So if you pull the saturation up, you pull the brightness up, you can do any old color under the rainbow. And I always say that this can be a dangerous thing. It's a slippery slope, you know? When you start messing around with these colors that don't look natural, then you can make your character look like absolute crap. You can, it's possible. But this game and the models they have here, honestly, it seems to work reasonably well, which is a bit of a surprise to me. And again, I don't know what they did with the models, but a lot of it just clicks, you know? So you can do anything you want here. You can go for Hulk green. You can go for that guy from that movie that's all blue and stuff. I don't remember. You can go for basically anything. And honestly, yeah, I mean, I think it looks reasonably good. You can go for the in-betweens as well. You don't have to have the saturation full. And it can look, again, I don't like using the word natural, but it can look a little more bearable. Because when you obviously pull the colors all the way to the max, it can be a bit much, right? So yeah, you can go for those in-betweens. And I like the idea that they sort of just say like, hey, screw it, let these guys have fun with the characters. It's better that way. Let the players do what they want to do, right? Yeah, right. Now, physique settings. This, God, I'm laughing before I even start moving them. Now, this is also a little bit of fun. Now, on female, I feel like the physique changes way more. But on male, you know, there's when you make it skinny, your neck gets skinny for some inexplicable reason, like really skinny. Then you can go full barrel chest, and it's not as extreme as on female, because on female it like overlaps with the arms entirely, it clips through. It's not great, but once again, it's there for people to have fun with it. And I do believe that this could be done in a slightly better fashion. They could make it more naturally add weight to the character's body. That might be something for the future, though. That's not so important right now. Right now, however, I am happy with the fact that they gave us some options here. I did mention on the female side of things, it would be cool to have a couple more sliders. So if you could have a slider for maybe your bust size, maybe the butt size, maybe the hands or the feet, and then I would say maybe a slider for muscularity, that would be awesome. And then I think the game would feel a little more complete in terms of the customization and the creation options here. It would definitely feel a little more complete. But I like it. I mean, I think it looks absolutely ridiculous, but I still like it. I think that specifically the smaller options here, the lower options, they give you a lot more to work with to make your character look younger, more slight of frame, stuff like that. This is cool. Like, I can see people actually using 50 and below. When you go a little further up, it does start to look unnatural, and I don't think that people would really want to use that seriously. But they can work on that, and they can most likely make it look more natural and you know, make a slightly bigger or fuller framed character makes sense, because right now it doesn't make sense. You do this, I'm sorry, man, like it's okay, but like it looks way better than the female. I just want to say that again. It looks way better than the female because of these overlapping arms and stuff there, but it still looks a little weird. Like, you know, it's not a natural growth. Again, I'm not going to complain about this. I'm not going to say negative stuff about this, because giving people options is better than not giving people options, right? We can all agree on that. Face. I really like this. That's it. I can actually just move on. Good options, let's go. But seriously, they've done a great job with the clarity, the crispness of the graphics, the style of the model, overall just the visual fidelity. It's all really nicely put together. Now you have the male faces, you have the female faces here. Once again, you can do the eye stuff. I will mention that there's more stuff coming up here, but this is the face, you know, so you're going to pick the face you want. There are some harder looking faces, some younger looking faces, some older looking faces. You got some with what could be considered like stubble or shorter beards. You got some with the bigger beards. You got some with scars and stuff like that. Yes, it would be cool if we had extra options. I don't want to say face paint or tattoos or whatever, but like extra options, like as an example, the scars. Like, why do the males have scars and the females don't? That's like one thing I would complain about, but I wouldn't complain too loudly. It's kind of cool. I don't know what that sound is. What the heck? Hello? God. What was that? Is it like a lamb? But like a really small one? Anyway, let's just keep looking before that thing makes another sound. Hey, the faces are cool. There are a few that I would say you could quite easily use for both male and female. It's cool. There's a good variety. There's a really good variety. I don't know what the default male face was. I've already lost it. But for the purposes of this video, we can just go with that one. I think that's quite a nice face. It's really cool. Then, eyes. The eyes are nice. The females generally tend to have bigger eyes, so you can see more detail on them. But on the male side of things, even when you zoom all the way out, you can see the eyes with great clarity. They got things like the demon eyes here. They got these cool little anime eyes. They've got the patterns and the icons and stuff. And you can also change the color. Then there's this one over here that is interesting to me. I'll say why. It seems like you can mostly only choose the color to be either black or white. So if you go all the way down here and down here, you can make pitch black. But I don't know, or you can go again once again up to white. But then you can also see the color bleeds out sometimes. Not always, but it sometimes bleeds out. So maybe this is a little bugged, but I don't know. Either way, the colors on the eyes are decent. They have a few okay preset colors here, but with the eyes, I would recommend just going straight to RGB and picking what you want, full saturation, and then just scroll through the colors. They look nice when you zoom out, which is something I generally tend to look at. And yeah, decent selection. I mean, it's full RGB. it's the selection. It's not decent, it's everything. So yeah, you should find what makes you happy here. And it's cool. It's cool. I like it. I like what they've got. One more time through here. There you go. There you go. Then, eyebrow color. You can change the eyebrow color. If you feel like your hair and eyebrows should be different, they have the same presets here to pick from. So you can easily match it. Or you can just look at the numbers if you go for RGB. And much like everything else, you can just do any color you like. There you go. There you go. Hair. Male and female, same hair. Same. Nothing different there. I like the way the hair is done in this game. I think it's kind of cool. I like to be positive about things, guys. So I'm not going to come and nitpick teeny weeny little issues that I would see here. I basically like what they have on offer, and that's that. And I also like the way it's being presented, where they have certain styles that are done in certain ways. Like this one, for instance, they go a little lighter on the textures with the broader strokes. And then if you jump down here, you have some more fine detail on the hair. And that's impressive. It's nice that they can switch between these styles and make them look sort of natural. Natural, you know? I'm a big fan. I like what they've done. I will mention and echo what I said on the female customization. I do believe a few more short styles would be nice. Yes, they have a few decent styles here that look good on male, but I'd like to have my cowlick. I'd like to have my little gelled style. I wouldn't mind a different type of mohawk, maybe, not just this one. There are a few styles that I feel are missing, all right? And this is not a free-to-play game. They're not going to sell the styles in the cosmetic store or anything like that. So I do hope that they will do something with this in the future and maybe add a few more interesting styles, especially the short ones, and then maybe also a few longer styles. This is basically the longest you can get right now, and while it looks nice, I wouldn't mind some longer styles. Overall, though, my criticisms are minor, and I really like what they've done with the hair. The colors, they translate beautifully to the hair. It's really well done. Like you know, what you see is what you get. What you pick here is what you get. And again, full RGB, very bright if you want it to be. You might stand out a little if you take the super bright styles, but let's be real, man. The game is colorful, the game is vibrant, the game is already full of life as it is. This is not going to be a grievous offense, you know. You know what I'm saying? So there you go. That's the hair. Again, yeah, thumbs up. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool. We are rapidly approaching the randomize, which I'm very excited about. Next up, we have the voices. Here we go.
Yeah!
What? Oh. Huh? Yeah!
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah!
Yeah. Huh? Ooh. Huh? Ooh. Ha. Hoo. Ha. Huh? Woo woo. Ha. Yeah. Ha. Ah. Woo woo. Woo. Yeah. Woo. Woo woo. Yeah. Ha.
Huh?
Yeah!
So you basically have 3 male, 3 female. Good. It's good. It's good. That's not just a simple pitch change. These are actually different voices, as far as I can tell. And I like it. Yeah, it's nice. All right. It's more than enough. Now, he laughs while rubbing his hands together. It's time to randomize. Welcome. Welcome to the show. This is good. So, I just want to say, Pocket Pair, you guys who made this, you are not cowards. You are brave. You let every single option be free in the randomization system. And that is something that not a lot of people do. So I'm going to press R now and you'll see immediately what I mean. That's perfect. So full RGB, colors are changing across the board. Sizes are changing across the board. You are getting the authentic character randomization experience. It is perfect. It's perfect. It's perfect. And you will also see what's quite important there is that the eyebrow color is the facial hair color. So it's something that I didn't mention while I was customizing, but you can see that that's how you change those colors. But this is just, it's great. It's great. I just like, it's so unhinged that it's just perfect. I hate it when they put all these cool options in the game, but then when you randomize, they just showing you the actual presets that you saw before. It's stupid. Why even put randomize in? This is random. And look at that, look at that, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Stop. Stop. Look at that character. She's got nice big legs, muscular legs. She looks strong. She's got the green skin tone. The perfectly matching hair. Those green eyebrows are kind of nice too. I love the little hearts in the eyes. They've got the tribal wear on. This is a character. I could click OK and just start the game right now and I would be happy with this. You see? Not so much this one, but like, that's where randomization can come into play. You can get characters here that really makes sense. Yeah, I mean, come on. I know the vast majority of these are going to look a little ridiculous, but still. There's a lot going on here, and I dig it. There's another one that actually looks together. Look at that. Look at that. Perfect. It's perfect. Huh. Oh my god, again with the legs. That's so nice. Yeah, I dig that. Okay. Huh. So yeah, the randomization is just good. There's nothing to say about it other than that. It's just good. And that does bring us to the end of this video. My guys. My dudes. Yeah, I like it. The Palworld character creation system is pretty cool. If I had to give any criticism, I would say that a few more options here and there could be sprinkled in to give us a little more to work with. But overall, what they've done with the models, the visual fidelity, the clarity, the vibrance, the life that these characters have in their eyes, you know, it's great. The game is full of color. The game is not afraid to show it. And that's nice. You want that. You don't want people to be cowards, and you don't want the guys who make the game to hold you back. They shouldn't constantly be saying, yo. Okay, whoa. That's too dark. Oh, that's too bright. No. Just let people have fun. That's what they've done here, and it's cool. It's cool. It's really nice. This cartoony style, we're looking at basically one of the best versions of it here, and it's cool. And again, like, I want to say, this is their early access. This is sort of the starting point. And if they keep adding to this, if they keep working on this, I think you're going to have something pretty special. Yeah, it's nice. I'd love to hear from you guys what you'd like to see, what you'd like added, because this is a collaborative experience. That's the beauty of YouTube and the comment system. The devs can come here, they can watch this video, they can take what I say, and they can take it to heart. They can think about it, but then they can also come and look what you guys say. They can see what the community of their game thinks, and that's invaluable. So I thank each and every one of you for leaving those comments, for letting me know what you think. It's perfect. It's how things are supposed to be. So thank you for that. And with all of that said, I am done. I had a blast looking at this. I'm probably going to have a blast playing this. I hope you guys enjoy it as well. Thank you for being here for this video. You can, as always, find my links below. My coffee page if you want to throw money at me, my Twitch stream if you want to come watch this kind of stuff live, and all the rest. Give this one a like and share it and do all that other good stuff. Subscribe if you haven't already. Most importantly, hey, happy taming those pals. Happy playing the game. And happy creating those characters. Happy that.